What's up, everyone? MonkeyDude22 here as a part of the Xbox Ambassadors program. Special shout out to the Xbox Ambassadors who kicked me a free copy of Halo Wars 2 to play for you guys and so to show some videos. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of different videos as far as like maybe a Let's Play. We'll do some different kinds of What's New videos and different things like that. So be sure to subscribe and like these videos if you're into these, as I'll be posting more content as we go on. So let's go ahead and start off by going out into the tutorial here. I always like to start out with the tutorials here just to kind of see how it's going. So we'll do the basic, advanced, and then we'll take a look at Blitz as well. And then we'll go ahead and dive on into the campaign here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the basic combat training here. Now, I have played the beta, and I'm not sure if maybe you guys have played it as well, but that is something that was available for folks as an open beta, so you got a chance to kind of get your hands dirty with it. It was a lot like Halo Wars 1 originally, but Halo Wars 2 was a little bit different, so it's kind of good to get a refresher as you're jumping into the campaign or before you do multiplayer, especially if you've never played an RTS on a console. This one's done by the Creative Assembly, so a little bit different, but we'll take a look and see how it compares.
Let's run a quick simulation to refresh your basic training and get you ready for the battle ahead. It's important to be aware of what's happening around you at all times. First, move your view to your Marines.
Alright, so that's just a simple move the left thumbstick here. It's pretty sensitive. If you do want to make any changes, you can go into the options here and you can modify the controls. So I do find it works just about fine for me, but you can also change the scroll speed if that's something that you're interested in doing. You can also change the camera follows and the controller layouts and swap D-pads, things like that. So a lot of customization options, especially if you're using a controller here. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it as well, though. Let's go ahead and hover over these units.
Good. Now that your view is focused on your Marines, have a look around.
And you can do that by holding the left thumbstick there and moving it around while holding up the L bumper here to kind of go super fast here. So if you're not holding it, you go super slow. If you hold the left bumper while moving the stick, you go super fast here. So you can also move and rotate by moving the right thumbstick here. You can move it in and out here if you want a bigger angle there of the battlefield, which I do typically use during multiplayer. So you can also move it left and right, so you also kind of do that. So the combination of sticks gets you to move the camera around.
Select your squad of Marines.
Of course, you hover over them and you hit the A button to highlight them. You can usually also hold the A button as well to highlight multiple units. So we're going to go ahead and clear off here according to the tutorial. So we're hitting the B button to cancel out any selections. Got them selected again.
Good. Units must be selected before you can issue them orders. Let's issue a move order now.
And so typically to do this, you move your left thumbstick over to wherever you want to move, and then you hit the X button on the controller.
Move out, Marines!
Making a move. Let's move it.
As your units move, the dark areas ahead of them are revealed. The dark areas
move the
are
camera
the fog
around.
of war. The amount of fog of war lifted depends on the unit's line of sight and firing range.
On it.
And of course, we just got some basic Joe infantry here, so they're not the best thing ever. So you got your basic range for the fog of war.
Let's go!
On the double. Making a move.
Here's another squad of Marines. Let's take command of them as well.
Looks like you can hit the right bumper here to select all the units in the view,
Marines reporting
or
for
you can
duty.
actually hold the A button as I mentioned previous, and you kind of see that reticle gets a little bit bigger.
Marines
And that's
ready
kind of
to
how you
serve.
paint your targets or paint your units, if you will.
Stand to,
And that's how you
troops.
select multiples. So we got those, and now we're going to go ahead and move them here.
Shake and tail.
Yep, they want us to clear them first, so we'll go ahead and clear them out. There we go. Now it's having us paint the targets here.
Now move all the units under your
Alright.
command to the next location.
With me.
Go ahead and move up
Moving
here.
out, squad!
Yes, sir. Let's move.
There are enemy Marines nearby. Order your squad to attack them.
And you do that by highlighting them and then just hitting the X
It
button
must
here.
be someone's birthday. We got an easy target.
See if we can zoom in, get a more of a close-up shot. Get them, Marines.
Your units have also been trained to automatically attack enemies when they are within firing range.
Okay, so they're going to attack automatically if they're within range. So if you're focused on somewhere else on the battlefield and you got some enemies that are coming up, they'll kind of
work,
attack them.
Commander.
So that's cool. All right, so we got
Units
them.
have taken some damage during combat, but you have earned a leader point. You can spend a leader point to unlock a leader power. Let's choose a power that will heal your units.
Yeah, so we're going to hit the L trigger, and that's going to open up the
Now
radial
select
wheel.
the restoration drone's leader power.
And you do that by moving the left thumbstick around, and you highlight what you want there. And we're going to hit the restoration drone here.
Excellent. You've unlocked restoration drones. Now let's use them to heal your units.
And you highlight and you hit A.
Now you've readied your leader power. Use it to heal your units.
And just hit the A button on them.
Leader powers can make the difference between victory and defeat, so use them wisely.
Alright. So now that we got them healed up.
More enemies are coming. Move your Marines into cover in that garrison.
Alright, so let's get them up
Let's
here to
do
the
this,
garrison
troops.
point. Here they come.
I hear you, sir.
I hear you. Well, hear me. Get in there now.
Good.
Alright.
Garrison units are better protected from enemy attacks.
Yep, and they're all over the place surrounding them, so it's a good thing you got some cover, which is good.
Impressive. Your units have become veterans through combat. Veteran units are tougher and more effective in combat.
Yep. So it kind of has that effect of maybe if you've played another RTS, a Company of Heroes, when your units level up, they get a little bit stronger and they're a little bit harder to get. So, all right.
Reminds me of home.
Leave the garrison.
Let's go. Marines are ready to serve.
Next, you'll need to build more units to grow your army. Move all your units to the marked base plot.
All right. Go all the way over here.
Move out, Marines.
Of course, now our objective is to build a base, which is typically what you do in RTS is you establish some sort of command post, and then from there you kind of build out the different sort of buildings, you know, whether it be barracks for infantry or maybe a tank depot, something to build some
You'll
tanks,
need resources to
different
build
things
your
like
first
that.
fire
So,
base. Let's go collect those resources now.
so let's get some resources here.
When building structures and units, you'll use two types of resources: power and supply. Always keep an eye out for resources on the battlefield. There are some supply caches nearby. Move your Marines over to them and gather the supplies inside.
And you can see this typically on your mini map, as you can kind of see in the lower right hand corner, right behind my head here, right above. You can see where it's kind of highlighted. That kind of lets you know where the supplies are, and that's also the same thing as you'd see on screen, obviously.
On the double.
Good. Notice that your supply increased after the gathering of supply caches.
And of course, you see that as well over here on the little mini map sort of thing right on the edge there. All right.
Next, gather some power by collecting these power resources.
Let's go.
Same thing. This one's kind of a little bit harder to see, but it's like right over here. You can kind of see it on the mini map as well.
Move out.
So definitely it's good to pay attention to your mini map, especially when you're traversing around the map, so you can make sure that you get all those resources that you need.
We got our
You've
orders.
got enough
All right.
resources to build that base. Select the base plot and call it in.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and build
Now
that
call it
base.
the fire base from the Spirit of Fire. Good.
Feels like it's
The fire base will take some time to build, so it's a good time to collect more supplies while you wait.
Marines.
Of course, we play the waiting game, so you can get out there and get some more resources. I'm just going to kind of have them go in a thing here. Just kind of go in a circle and pick them
Let's
all
do
up.
this, troops.
So we got that. We come back
We're
down
moving
over
out,
here.
squad. Let's get going.
And I don't think they do it automatically. You do have to select them to pick up the resources. So, looks like we got that fire base coming in,
We got our orders. Let's go.
and we got
Let's
all of
go.
the resources. So, got some resources to build up.
Move.
Just another couple of seconds here to get that base operational, so we can get some more units. I'm not seeing anything else on the mini map. Looks like we're good here, so just playing the waiting game to get this one done constructing. Now, Creative Assembly, you guys might remember them. The last game that they did work on was Alien Isolation, which was a survival first-person kind of horror game set in the Alien universe. They also did games like the Total War series, so Shogun Total War, one of my favorite RTSs. So it's kind of cool to see them take the helms of this
Marines
one
ready
here.
to serve.
All right, so now we're going to build. We're going to build a supply pad here. This is going to help us maintain those resources and keep gaining more. And let's see here. Going with that. It's going to take a couple of seconds. Doesn't look like we can build anything else. Of course, this is a tutorial, so we kind of have to go at the tutorial pace.
Excellent.
So
notice that you now have a continuous stream of supplies from the supply pad.
yeah, and as it progresses, you keep getting more supplies.
Marines from your fire base's central structure.
All right, so we're going to build them out of the main base here. Of course, you select it and you hit left on the stick to kind of move it around the radial wheel. And then we're going to go ahead and build a couple of Marines. Looks like we can only build one right now because there are 150 resources there. Looks like we got a second one going now. It should probably be good enough here. And of course, they queue up and they'll keep spitting them out here. And eventually you can do a rally point. I'm not sure if it's going to let me do it right here in the tutorial, but typically you just pick your base and then you would select rally point, and then you can have them go to wherever you want on the map. So just like most RTS games. So if you're familiar with another RTS game, StarCraft, you know, different things like that, you know, it's fairly basic. It's the same kind of principle, same kind of concept. Just set in the Halo universe. So we got these guys set up here.
Stand to, troops.
And we're just waiting for our other units. Looks like they are all done, so we got all 4 of them.
Marines.
And you can see the flag here. This is the rally point. So let's see. Wants us to build a generator so we can get some power. So we're going to build that. See if we can build anything else. Nope, not just yet. And of course, while this one's getting materials, the other one's going to get power. So we're going to have a good mix of both. And of course, you can upgrade these buildings as the game progresses as well. So eventually, over time, they'll keep getting more powerful and gain more resources for you.
The 2 resources, power and supply.
All right.
Next, build a barracks so you can recruit advanced infantry units.
Get that barracks. Get that going here. And this, of course, will let you build the more advanced units other than just basic infantrymen. So grenadiers, you can also get snipers, things like that. Whatever the game has in store for us here. So let's take a look here.
Now build a squad of Hellbringers from the barracks. Like all advanced units, they require both supplies and power to build.
Alright, so we got the Hellbringers here, anti-infantry units, effective against infantry, strong rush unit, good against buildings, can't attack air. So, good things to keep in mind whenever you are building a whole bunch of different kind of units. Good to have a good balance. You don't want to just straight rush with all infantries or all tanks or things like that. It's good to have a good mixture of all the different kind of units. So, we're good there. We'll just let those build out.
Work. Building units is crucial to success on the battlefield. The enemy is making a final attack, Commander. Use your units to defeat them.
Yep, here they come.
Eyes on me, Marines.
And of course, you can pick the different units to target different units as well that you want to attack, or you can just kind of have them do their own thing. And they're kind of doing it right now for me. So there's those Hellbringers, just basically just smoking them with that flamethrower.
You've completed basic training. You can now complete the advanced training or head straight down to the war. Good luck out there, Commander.
Alright, so that was basic training there. We'll go ahead and check out some of the other training missions as well, just to kind of get a good feel of how the game plays here. So, hey, look, an achievement. Learn the ropes. Completed the basic standalone tutorial. Very nice. First achievement in Halo Wars 2. And let's go ahead and take a look at the advanced training and kind of get our hands on that and see what else they have in this game as new mechanics. So. And looks like we got a mission pack already. So for the first completion, you've earned a special Blitz card pack. Enjoy. It can be opened later from the Blitz main menu. Blitz packs are similar to the other Halo Rec Pack kind of things. So it's just kind of another thing that they threw in here. So here we go. Learn more advanced techniques to gain the edge in battle. Let's take a look at that advanced tutorial here. We're going to work on advanced selection and movement, combat tactics, and unit counter systems. So, all right. Yeah, I always recommend in any game, even if you think you know RTSs, every game has their own different mechanics. It's always definitely worth going through the trainings.
Training, Commander. Advanced training will give you the upper hand on the battlefield. First, we're going to cover how to increase your base's tech level. Higher base tech levels unlock new building slots and the production of more advanced units and unit upgrades. Upgrade your fire base to a combat station now.
All right, so the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to select the base, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade to a combat station. And basically, just think of it as like your base 2.0 or 3.0 or however it goes. And from this one, you can upgrade your buildings, you can get more units, as the game's telling us. So you can also upgrade to get the grenade throw, which is also a good thing in this game.
Boosts their combat effectiveness. Let's upgrade your Marines with their grenade throw special ability.
Of course, they want us to do that, so
Good.
I'm more than happy to do that.
Your
It's always
upgrade
good to
will
have
be ready
those
in a few
grenades.
seconds.
Especially if you remember in the
Your
first
Marines
training
have now
mission,
been upgraded
they were kind of
with
in
a
that
special
little
ability to
circle of
throw
defense.
grenades.
This will help you throw those grenades in there to
Use
get
your
them out of
Marines'
there quicker.
grenades to quickly clear out those enemies.
All right.
You ready, jarheads?
So basically what we're doing is we're highlighting our enemies, and then we're going to hit the Y button on them, and that's going to throw the grenades at them. So, bam. And we'll just finish that guy off.
Impressive, Commander.
All right.
Units' special abilities can vary, but they always improve your unit's effectiveness in battle. Special abilities take a while to recharge before they can be used again, so timing is important. Use them wisely.
You can see here on the lower right-hand corner of the screen, lower left for you guys, it does show that it's kind of circling around. That's your timer. That's letting you know when you can use those grenades again.
From across the battlefield.
Get yourself in order, Marine.
So,
all your units
tapping
can be
the R
useful
button
for
once
quickly moving all
is
your
going
units at
to
once.
do any units that
Move
you
all
see on
your
the
units
screen.
to the next waypoint
Double
marker.
tapping it, it's going to select all of the available units on the battlefield. So now that we got that, let's go ahead and move them over
We're
here.
moving out, squad.
And here they all come.
Good. Your selected units are always shown grouped by the type at the bottom of the screen. Cycle through your selected unit types now.
And you do that by hitting the R trigger, so you can kind of maneuver
Notice how the
around
selection
whether you
around
want the
each unit
infantry or if
changes
you
as
want
you
the
cycle
Hellbringers.
Cycling is a good way to quickly select individual types of units from a larger group.
So like
Now
if you
let's
wanted to
review other
move
ways to
one or
quickly
move another
select
quickly, you
units
can
of the
do
same
this. So you
type.
can hit like X with one of them selected,
Let's
and
do
then you
this,
hit
troops.
like the R trigger to move the
Right
other.
away, son.
So you can
Moving
move them
out.
all around
I ain't
in
giving
different
anyone
areas.
a piggyback. Let's go.
So it's just
Copy
kind of a
that.
different way to
On the
move them
way.
around. It's nice with the controller. It works really well. All right, so let's go ahead and double tap A,
Well done.
and then we're just
Son.
selecting
Each
it.
unit
Another
type
way to
has
do
its
it.
own strengths and weaknesses. Knowing how to use those strengths and exploit those weaknesses is the key to victory.
Leather necks.
Your D-pad can be used to move quickly around the battlefield. Press left on the D-pad to jump to your base. If you have multiple bases, multiple presses to the left on your D-pad will cycle through all your bases. Next, press down on the D-pad to jump to your units. If you have multiple units across the map, repeatedly pressing down will jump between clusters of units.
Just kind of move
Now
around.
hold up on the D-pad to set a rally point.
And then
This
here's
is
the
where
rally
new
point.
units move to when they are built from your bases.
So if
Rally
you hold
point
it
set.
up on the D-pad, you're
You
going to
have a
see
battlefield alert.
the flag, and that's
Press
where it's
right
going to
on
be.
the D-pad to jump to the alert and take out the enemy.
There you go. Did all the work for me there.
Quick and clean.
Get that grenade out there. Bam. All right.
Control groups are another way of managing large numbers of troops, and effective unit control is essential to winning battles. Now let's assign some units to a control group using what you've already learned. Select all local units.
All right, so
Now
that's
assign
hitting
those
the right
units to
bumper
a control
once.
group.
And now we're going to hold down the right trigger to change the D-pad to the control group mode. And then we're going to assign them. We'll go ahead and assign them to the top one here. So,
Excellent. Now you can use the D-pad to quickly select those units assigned to that control group. Let's try that now.
so the way you do that is well, first we're going to
Now
clear it.
use the
Then you
D-pad
hold
to
the right
select
trigger.
units assigned to that control
And then
group.
it's going to bring up the other options here for the control group. So if we hold our trigger and then hit up on the D-pad,
Good.
it selects all those
You
units.
can have one control group assigned to each of the directions on the D-pad. Now move all your units to the next waypoint marker.
Let's do this, troops.
All right.
There are enemies above you on the high ground. Units on higher ground will have an offensive advantage, so get up there and deal with them quickly.
All right. So we want to go up this ramp here. I have a feeling we're going to run into some enemies pretty quick, though, so
You're under attack from the enemies above.
get those grenades
It's
up there.
to take them out.
No, let's go.
Here we go.
Get the lead out of your pants, Marines.
All right.
You all know what to do.
Almost got those grenades back. Go ahead and flame them out. Boom. There we go. Quick and easy.
Now that you're on higher ground, you have good visibility over the ground below. Units on higher ground have extended sight and firing ranges. Engaging an enemy from higher ground can let you shoot them before they can shoot you back.
Hoorah!
There we
Get
go.
your ass in gear.
Now keep moving to the next objective marker.
Keeping
Move
on
out,
going,
Marines.
keeping on going.
We got our orders. Let's go.
Looks like we might have to cross a bridge here.
You've reached a bridge. Move a unit to the control panel to activate the bridge.
All right. There we go.
Get yourself in order, Marines.
Cross the bridge to reach the next objective marker.
We're moving out, squad. Move out. Move out with me.
On it. Moving out.
Careful, Commander. We've detected enemy air units nearby.
Uh-oh.
Every type of unit has a counter unit.
Let's get going.
Marines are an effective counter to air units, so I'm sending in Marine reinforcements now.
Marines.
Use your Marines to destroy those air units, Commander.
All right. Get them Hornets.
Up an engine from payback.
Ready for orders, sir. No one gets out alive, Marines. Let's take some with us.
There they go. Almost down already. There we go.
How much longer?
Good work, Commander, but we're not done yet. The enemy is planning a counterattack with Scorpion tanks, which will easily destroy your Marines. Vehicles are vulnerable to air units, so I'm sending you some Hornets to counter the enemy tanks.
All right.
Need guns on that artillery. I'm taking a pounding. Burning through ammo. We are go.
Sometimes it helps to micro move them around so that way they're more focused on one enemy instead of all three of them. So it's a typical strategy that I use in most RTSs is I try to circle strafe while the other team of Hornets or whatever infantry unit is working on them to kind of micro them around a little bit, make it a little bit harder to hit.
Buckle it up.
There we go.
Excellent. But now the enemy is sending in Marines to counter your air units.
On my way.
Your air units won't last long against their Marines, so friendly Scorpion tanks are inbound to help deal with them.
All right. Get them
Pelican
tanks
leaving
out
the EZ
here.
and returning to base. Another day, another war. Moving out.
Yep, here we go.
Make way. Scorpion under assault from enemy ground forces.
And like I said, I usually will micro move them around. It's going to help whenever I try to go after blobs of enemies. See if we can kind of run them over.
Make way for the big gun.
Da-da.
Need to tell me twice.
Almost. Looks like the tanks are pretty intelligent. They won't just typically run over them.
Under attack from ground
Although
troops.
this just may be because of training. Oh, I kind of ran over a guy there.
That's the last of the enemy units, Commander. Well done. Choosing the right unit to counter enemy units is key to your success on the battlefield. The enemy base has been located. Use the tactics we've covered to destroy all
All
enemy
right,
forces.
let's do it.
Marines reporting for duty.
Need something slacked? Copy that. Moving. Time to teach them some manners. Getting hit by air units in here. Any support? This feels so good.
Hostile taking a well-deserved dirt nap. Over.
Come on, girl. Don't let me down now.
All right,
Scorpion under
take
fire
him down.
Yes, over.
All right, let's go in and get that base. Now, typically I would go after any one of the different things, like the barracks, so they couldn't make any more units or something else. But since this is tutorial, they're probably not going to come after me with any more units. So I think we're safe with just blowing up the main base here. And that's it. And of course, as you can see, if you shoot just the main base and you take down their main base, it's going to blow everything else up because there's nothing attached. So,
good luck out there.
all right, so that was the advanced training there, and I believe that's it for the training missions here. So let's take a look and see what we have. Oh, got another achievement. Know the ropes. Completed the advanced standalone tutorial. So that's it for the training here. Next is the campaign. So stick around. I'm going to start working on that campaign next, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys.